Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. This morning we're going to continue conversations we've been having all week about mental health awareness. Specifically, we're going to be chatting with kids in need of direction, KIND. And I have with me the administrative team leader, Karina Jardine Scott. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Thank you so much.
All right, so you guys are having a program and a workshop, or is it all in one?
Yes, well, first of all, it's the Mental Health First Aid Certification Training Program.
Right.
And that is a US-based program. It's a 3-year certification that we're offering to educators within Trinidad and Tobago. And we start on next week, Monday, the 15th and 16th, 2 days, and then the 17th and 18th, 2 days.
All right, so let me just backtrack a little bit. What is mental health certification? Like, what does that mean?
So what it is basically getting the license for as a first aider. And once you have that awareness, you're being taught how to identify persons in crisis. You're being taught how to help somebody. You know, the human beings have this sort of free language, especially in Trinidad. Oh God, she's having a hard time. Oh God.
Yeah.
It allows us to sort of curb that and allow us to be a little more empathetic. So if we see a crisis happening, if we see a situation, especially for educators in schools, because we have so much violence in schools and so many issues and challenges that teachers are not equipped to deal with. So the mental health first aid allows us the opportunity to understand what mental health is and how to aid and assist anyone who's in crisis, or how to identify someone who might be having a potential crisis.
In order to be able to be a mental health first aider, would I need to have taken care of my mental health first?
That is the best question I've heard all week, honestly. Well, again, as human beings, you know, we don't often shine the mirror this way to look at us, right? But really and truly, it gives us an opportunity to identify and really look within. Now, at KIND, we are really big on mental awareness, and we are really big on helping people become the best that they can be, holistic development. So with this mental health first aid training program, we also can't do any of our programs unless we do breath work. So we do breath work and we do yoga, because yoga really helps the physical aspect of the body. And our breath, our lungs were designed so perfectly, we actually use less than 30% of our lung capacity. Our lungs really can expand to about this size. And it's really amazing when you see it like in a visual. So with the mental health training, we are doing our yoga, we're doing our breath work, and of course we're teaching and explaining that. And this time we've added a new module by New Growth. Sophie Barker is going to be walking us through the neuroscience aspect of it. What actually triggers behavior? What actually encourages us to behave in this manner? So when we talk about mental health, we talk about the social, the emotional, the psychological. If we think about it, it affects everybody. 10 years old, 20 years old, 40 years old, 60 years old. It's the one thing that unifies us as human beings. And if it could help us become better at understanding each other, at being able to communicate better, you could imagine the difference it will make, especially for all teachers in schools.
Exactly.
You know, so next week is a big week for us. We're bringing Dr. Astral Webb from Washington, who's an expert in the field. And she's coming in to do the training in person. So we are super excited at that.
You know, I'm always hesitant when we bring in people from the US to try, and especially when it comes to things like behavior and mental health, because I feel like our experiences may be a bit different. What would you say to mitigate that? Like, why choose this person from the US to come and facilitate in our culture and our mental health?
I am loving your questions this morning, let me tell you. Because Dr. Webb is a Trini. She's a Trini by birth, and she's also a cultural expert. When she deals with mental health, that's one of the things that she zeroes in on. Because what you rightfully said, yes, we have to ensure that we have persons coming in and teaching and facilitating who we could relate to, who understands the diversity of Trinidad and Tobago. And it's very important to have someone who especially grew up in Trinidad and who's able to relate to us, our type of food, how we talk, our social norms, etc. So we're very fortunate to be able to also have an expert in the field who happens to be Trinbagonian.
All right, so when you get this mental health first aid certification now, you're good to go, you're set, you have the rule plan, and you say, all right, I'm certified now, I can help Forever, or is there an expiration date?
It's for 3 years. It's a certificate for 3 years, and then you can renew it then.
Okay.
We are asking all the educators and persons who train with us that we are going to be in contact with them throughout the period, because we want to get some feedback too, to understand how is it working? Has it helped you identify issues not only outside, what about internal issues? Have you been able to recognize? Because, you know, we spend so much time, I guess, in the olden days, we would have called it prayer or self-reflection. But nowadays, the mental health aspect has a little more than that, because it has a meditational aspect. And meditation can be walking meditation, journaling, breath work. I mean, there's African drumming is a form of meditation.
Of course it is.
So they have many different aspects, but we as human beings have to take the time, take that me time to be able to help us deal with all of the changes globally that are happening. Affects Trinidad and Tobago too. We're part of this whole, you know, earth, this whole system, and we often think that Trinidad is only this little island across. No, we're affected by everything that's happening.
And we also affect everything that's happening.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we have an effect on things. So is it only for educators, or can anybody take part?
Anyone can take part who would like to sign up, but really and truly the focus is on educators, because the biggest issues that we're having is within our school system. And I mean, if you could visualize having teachers across Trinidad and Tobago trained in this, the different sort of issues that they are facing every day, that they could sort of help students deal with their hormones, help students deal with their communication. If they could bring an awareness to this, it would help everyone across the board.
How do educators know when this is good time for first aid, or this has gone way beyond first aid and we need a surgeon?
Well, it's just like, put it this way, if you see somebody with a bone sticking out,
Right.
and you're a first aider, you would know what to do to get that person into a hospital,
yeah,
right?
A splint or whatever.
Into a splint, and then get them to hospital for
Right.
the medical team to take over.
Right.
It's the same thing like mental health first aid. If there's an issue, and you can sort of get that issue under control until the professional can deal with it, you've done your part very, very well.
Is there a cost attached to this?
So our cost was really, it's over $3,000 for it, but Kind has been able to get part sponsorship, and we're so happy to see United Way Trinidad and Tobago is with us on this,
Nice.
as well as Massey Foundation and the Marriott Hotel as well. And they are able to help us offset some of the costs, and Kind is absorbing the rest of the costs. So the $500 is what we're asking as a contribution towards the certification. And of course, it's a 2-day program. It's all day. We start promptly at 8:30 until 5, and we have all meals, everything included as well.
Okay, so you just come and you just sit down for the day, taking all the information, or participate rather.
Yes, and you get your certificate at the end of the day. Persons can feel free to call us at Kind 626-6333 or 494-5079. You can go on to register. The information is also on our website, which is standard www.kindkid.org. And we encourage as many people to come out and try and see. Well, we have seats for 30. We have some seats left. But this is the start. We are hoping to take this on for next year
I was
as
gonna
well.
ask how often are you gonna be having the certification?
It's a very expensive program, and the certification alone is very expensive, much less the other stuff that we're adding into it. It's really value for money, and we hope that next year we'll be able to do at least 1, 2, or even 3 programs. We really would like to take it through the schools.
Yeah.
That's the part that we are trying to, very seriously focus on.
And hopefully the Ministry of Education can get involved, because I think it's crucial for us to be able to empower educators to deal with this, like you said, mental health first aid. Tell me a little bit about the Me Time self-care workshop.
So the Me Time self-care workshop has to do with the breath work and the yoga. And then we're also bringing in the whole aspect of the neuroscience part, where persons can understand what really pushes the behavior and why do we behave like this? Because sometimes we are often in automatic mode. We're not quiet and sitting down thinking, well, okay, did I do this correctly? No, we don't. We move very fast. So this allows us the space and time to sit and really take it in, and then we go into the first aid training with Dr. Webb.
I want to thank you very much for joining us this morning, Karina. I think the information that you shared is very, very important, and I think this workshop is very, very important as well.
Thank you so much, and we're very happy to be here with Art of Living, with the Now Foundation, and also with Dr. Astrill Webb from Healthy Kinda. Those are the 3 organizations who are going to be with us.
And United Way.
And well, United Way is our sponsor.
Right, nice.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Thank
all
you.
the best with it next week, Monday and Tuesday, so they can head across and register from now.
Yes.
To be a part of it. Only, well, 30 spots originally, a few left.
Few left, and we start on Monday the 15th at Kind.
All right, so head across to kindkid.org and you can get more information. You can also register. That's Karina Jardine Scott, the administrative team leader at Kind. Thank you so much again for joining us this morning.
Thank
We'll take
you.
a quick break and we come back with more in our morning show. Stay tuned.